Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. And now we've got a big story happening in Wilson today as Luke Farley, the North Carolina Labor Commissioner, will be in Wilson to honor local employers and employees for their dedication to workplace safety. Now he'll be giving keynote remarks during this year's Safety Awards banquet at the Wilson Chamber of Commerce coming up today at noon. The event highlights the state's mission to make North Carolina the safest place to work and the best place to do business. The awards honor those who have exemplified North Carolina's approach to workplace safety with a focus on education, enforcement, and recognition. Farley was sworn in this January as the state's 20th Labor Commissioner. Now also want to again highlight the upcoming tariffs into effect, I believe tomorrow, as far as the increase for steel and potentially even aluminum. NBC's Christine Romans has more on the Trump administration's rollout plan for the new round of tariffs.
This morning, President Trump pushing on two of his top priorities, urging Republicans to pass his major spending bill and forging ahead with his multi-front trade war. The president late Monday posting online that without the ability to counter tariffs from other nations, our country doesn't have even a small chance of economic survival. And yesterday, the White House asking multiple courts to keep the strict tariffs against many U.S. trading partners in place, amid legal battles that may end up in the Supreme Court. And the president's latest round on steel set to go into effect tomorrow that analysts say will drive up prices for metal used to make housing, cars, appliances, and more.
Steel workers are very happy. We did the tariffs.
Even as this morning, a group representing 38 countries, including the U.S., sharply cutting its forecast for U.S. economic growth because of tariff uncertainty. As Trump manages international talks on the tariffs, he's also facing delicate negotiations here at home over his signature spending bill. Some Republican senators threatening to hold up the so-called big, beautiful bill because it adds to the debt.
It's just not a conservative thing to do, and I've told him I can't support the bill if they're together.
And as Democrats say Americans will lose Medicaid coverage, the bill's supporters pressed. Here's Republican Senator Joni Ernst in a contentious town hall last week, saying the only cuts will be for people who shouldn't be covered in the first place.
They are not eligible, so they will be coming off. So people are not, well, we all are going to die. So,
Ernst later doubling down.
I'm really glad that I did not have to bring up the subject of the tooth fairy as well.
But yesterday, clarifying.
I'm very compassionate, and you need to listen to the entire conversation.
Do you have any
Can you explain your... to protect the most vulnerable.
And again, that was Christine Romans reporting. We now turn our attention to your weather forecast, where today, a little bit more blue out there. Of course, yesterday was a sunny day. Don't want to discredit your Monday, but today we're seeing less of the haze, less of the smoke from the Canadian wildfires, so it's making the skies look just a little bit more vibrant today. Here's a look at what we've got outside through our News River camera. Again, 73 degrees, south-southeasterly wind at about 5 miles an hour, and dew points in the low to mid 60s. As we take a look a little bit further inland across the board, air temperatures right now around the 70-degree mark. Some of us in the mid to upper 60s, others in the low to mid 70s. The spread right now is between Ahoskie and Beaufort. 62 in Ahoskie, 76 degrees in Beaufort. A nice 14-degree spread there. Overall, it's going to be moot as later on this afternoon, everyone will likely be warming up into at least the upper 70s. I think along the coast we could see low 80s, specifically for Beaufort. In some inland areas could actually reach all the way up to around 82, 83, 84 degrees coming up today. Now, humidity has climbed over the past 24 hours, did lead to some fog early on this morning as winds right now very light. You can see it looks like we pretty much have a surface high pressure system set up right over us, because if you look around the edges of your screen, those arrows are all flowing in the clockwise direction. Low pressure systems rotate counterclockwise. High pressure systems rotate clockwise. So seeing this again highlights the fact that we are going to remain sunny through today. We'll likely see a little bit more cloud cover try to approach the east from the south coming up tomorrow. There's 7 a.m. and again a little bit more cloud cover present. That's only going to overtake eastern North Carolina skies as we head later and later into Wednesday and then approaching your Thursday. Thursday rain showers on the way as the low pressure system that right now is located down in Florida starts to move northward and really impact the Carolinas. Now there's a stronger system sitting further back towards the west that will have several areas of low pressure kind of flowing along. It is that frontal boundary that you're seeing stretching from Texas all the way up into Canada. Now the area of low pressure you're seeing down near the Gulf Coast, that's the one that's going to be giving us the rain showers coming in on Thursday. But the frontal boundary you're seeing off to the west, that will likely be approaching the east as we make our way towards the upcoming weekend. But as you'll note, again, just low pressure system after low pressure system off the backside of the Rockies continue to kind of tag on to the back of that system, extending our expectation time of arrival until we get into Saturday, Sunday, and then potentially even Monday. Now, air temperatures are going to climb. We're looking at the mid 80s as we head through the next couple days, but then the low 90s to even upper 80s over this coming weekend. 91 degrees on Saturday, 88 on Sunday. And then while we will gradually cool down, maybe a touch into next week, it's not going to be noticeable. 87 degrees on Monday, 88 again on Tuesday, with perhaps maybe a little bit of a better opportunity for drier weather coming in on Tuesday as the rain showers start to dry out. But for now, does not look like we're going to be seeing anything severe as Thursday's system again going to come in gradually from the south, bringing with it rain showers early on in the morning on Thursday, helping to stabilize the environment and from keeping us getting too hot too quickly. That's all we have time for today's 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic Tuesday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.